Hey guys, this is Jessiehealz, and today I'm trying something a little new, and I'm gonna talk about Game of Thrones. Now, after I watched Season 8, Episode 5, I felt bitterly disappointed and upset. Not because it was a sad episode like the Red Wedding or Ned Stark getting beheaded, but because it didn't make sense and seemed stupid to me. And it's not just me who feels this way.
If you could describe the season finale of Game of Thrones in one word, how would you describe it?
Disappointing.
Season 8, Episode 5 got the lowest score on Rotten Tomatoes of all episodes so far. It has been given a ton of bad reviews. And there is even a petition going at the moment for HBO to remake Season 8 with competent writers that currently has over 800,000 signs. Yikes, that must feel bad for the writers. Now, this isn't a video raging at them or at Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones, and I want to see it succeed. But much like World of Warcraft, it seems to be killing itself, which is just extremely sad. The problem with Season 8 for me, and Episode 5 in particular, is all about Daenerys Targaryen. She just seems to be a completely different character. She has totally changed, and there is no valid reason for it. Jon did reveal to her that he has a right to the throne, but she is overreacting to this, to an unrealistic degree. Firstly, they are shagging, so could happily end up as joint rulers anyway. And I thought that would happen, even if Jon was a genuine bastard. It's just so disappointing to see Dany annoyed at Jon because of this, especially when she knows he doesn't even want to be king.
I told you I don't want it.
It doesn't matter what you want.
But that's beside the point really. The massive and most stupid disappointment is when she goes completely out of character and decides to slaughter hundreds of innocent people in King's Landing and have a total bitch fit and destroy everything. In previous seasons, Dany has always been empathetic and caring for the weak. You know, like all the thousands of slaves she freed. Yes, she has been vengeful along the way, but it's always been towards people who deserved it, from her point of view. King's Landing is currently her enemy, but she wouldn't go complete retard mode and start slaughtering civilians like that. It's just too far out of character and stupid. She is a totally different person here, and there's no valid reason for it. At the end of the episode, I said to my family, well, they've ruined it. I don't even care what happens in the final episode now. Because nothing makes sense anymore, and the only possible outcomes are all shitty, disappointing ones. Now, it would have been okay if there was some reasonable explanation for Dany to have had a mental breakdown and go batshit insane. Like, maybe she fell off her dragon one day and banged her head and got brain damage. Or maybe Jon cheated on her, or she was getting bullied by everyone and treated like shit or something. It just feels like the writers of the TV series are too far ahead of the books now. All they have is the bare bones and wireframe information. And they are just jumping from key event to key event, rushing it all without giving any body or soul to the series anymore. I'm hoping that in the books there will be a good reason for Dany to have changed in this way, or that she doesn't end up having a bitch fit and killing everyone like this. That would be way better. But given how George likes to point out in his interviews that there is a good side and a bad side to every person, I think this may be the actual fate for Dany in the books as well. which is shit, because everyone does have a bad side and a good side. But people don't just suddenly flip like a psychopath, with no good reason or event to trigger it.
I like people who have both good and evil in them, because I think real people have both good and evil. There are very few pure paladins in the world, and there are very few totally evil people.
And that's it for this video. My venting is over for now. What do you guys think about Game of Thrones and Season 8? Have you enjoyed it so far? Do you think Dany's actions have made sense? Why do you think everyone dislikes this season so much? For me personally, it's mostly because of Dany, because I love her, and she is turned into a monster for no logical reason. Feels bad. Anyway, thanks for watching, have a nice day, and see ya!
Many thanks.